Bully 2 is a game that we've been discussing for a very long time. For years, there's been speculation and leaks that this game was or is in development at Rockstar Games. As far back as 2009, the original musical scorer, Sean Lee, claimed that he would be working on the soundtrack to a Bully 2 in the not-so-distant future. And then additionally, Dan Houser of Rockstar Games also mentioned a sequel to Bully during an interview talking about Max Payne 3, in which he said in November of 2011, so we knew that we wanted to start doing the Bully sequel instantly at that second with those guys, even though it is a property that, like Max, we adore and might come back to in the future. There was just no impetus to do it then. So he said, you can do Max, and then we will see what we can do with Bully. So it was really waiting for the slot to open up, and the group to open up to at least start working on it. So for a while now, there's been a belief that Rockstar Games was secretly working on a Bully 2. But with the rise of Grand Theft Auto Online, it seems like a lot of projects got put to the side, and the attention became just concentrating on fueling Grand Theft Auto Online for as long as they could. And now obviously Red Dead Redemption 2 is just weeks away. The question mark now is, what's going to be happening? Is it just going to be Red Dead and then back to Grand Theft Auto, and is that trend going to keep on going? Well, it doesn't actually appear that that's going to be happening. It appears that after Red Dead Redemption 2, Bully 2 is the next Rockstar Games title. It seems that this game was put to the side for some time, but at Rockstar Games, it's being worked on right now. Now, last year, Yan2295, a well-known Grand Theft Auto Online leaker, confirmed that yes, Bully 2 was indeed in development, and also GameZone, another gaming website, also confirmed from a source talking to them that Bully 2 was in development. But going back to Yan2295, something that I found interesting that a lot of people have been talking about was just last month, he wrote on Twitter, "Hey guys, I always told Rockstar that if they ever wanted me to stop sharing leaks, they could just tell me and I would stop. Today Take-Two Interactive, obviously Rockstar Games' parent company, took me up on that offer and contacted me about it, asking if I could do that, to which I agreed." Again, this was something that happened just a month ago, and Grand Theft Auto Online has been slowing down, so the timing is very interesting. And Red Dead Redemption 2 is just about to approach the release, and obviously Red Dead Online content is going to be coming, but there's a big question mark. Why would Take-Two Interactive contact Yan and tell him to quiet down about leaks all of a sudden now? And I do think that there's a chance that that is connected to potential leaks involving Bully 2. Now, besides just Yan2295, there's been many more leaks that have come the last year or two. There was a bunch of concept art that was connected to a potential Bully sequel that got leaked. One of the images had something involving Jimmy's dad. I thought that was interesting. But it was mainly just concept artwork of some of the new characters that could be in a Bully sequel and just some locations. The belief is that this concept art came from probably back in 2009 or 2011 when some of the early work on the game began, and it's really unknown if Rockstar Games is working on a Bully sequel right now, if they're even using any of the assets from the original project. Now, there was also something that happened with Game Informer. We talked about this last year, and it was Bully 2 Kevin Back Jack. It was like a listing on their website. Nobody knows what exactly happened with that. Game Informer claimed it was an error, but it's just a very strange error that never got really detailed how that even happened. But yeah, there's been a lot of Bully 2 related leaks over the years, and the thing is, with Red Dead Redemption 2, that's how it went. There was a lot of leaks until it led to a huge announcement from Rockstar Games confirming many of our suspicions, and now it's happening with Bully 2, and it continues today, with casting calls apparently being leaked. The following information coming from Rockstar Intel, and they state, "We have reason to believe that casting calls related to Rockstar Games' upcoming title Bully 2 have been released by a casting director who is not disclosing much information." And obviously the reason why they do this is because they don't want people to know what game they're making, who's making it. This is kind of a non-disclosure agreement that I'm sure that everybody signed, and they're not supposed to say. So a lot of the information, a lot of the names are redacted, and they just put in some placeholder names in there, trying to throw people off. Now, this article continues, there are 7 casting calls for a new unannounced video game title with a leading UK games developer shooting at Pinewood Studios. And obviously Rockstar Games is a leading UK games developer, with some of their offices from Rockstar North out there, and of course Rockstar London. But this article continues, the casting calls are are mainly for teenage and young roles and involve placeholder names for the characters like I said before. The casting call actually provides a warning and some vague details about the project. Mild violence and profanity will be used in scenes with a young performer. The project itself is a thriller/drama, and all scenes with the young performer will be handled with sensitivity. The calls made by casting director Jessica Jeffries will be shot in Pinewood Studios London, a very popular and large-scale studio for very big companies. Some casting calls directly mention staff such as a college professor. We've also seen that Rockstar staff come into engagement with the listings, but won't be sharing who or how. And the thing is about these casting calls, which is very interesting, is that this phase in development is usually towards the end. So this may be indication that Bully 2 is not very far away from being announced by Rockstar Games. And anything more about the actual plot or where this is going to be set, I'm not really sure if this is actually going to involve a Jimmy Hopkins unless he's much older, but I could be wrong about this. Obviously, some of the early concept art seemed to link to Jimmy Hopkins, and I don't know why Rockstar Games would just throw that out the window. From what I'm gathering, if this is true, Jimmy Hopkins is probably going to be in college this time around. I don't know if he'll be the main character or if there will be main characters, but there's a lot of mentions to college professors, college students, and some of the roles that they were looking for involved kids in their 20s and late teens. So I think that this kind of all makes sense if Bully 2 is set within a college environment, a campus environment, maybe even following a fraternity. I think that'd be really interesting. There's a lot of question marks still surrounding this, but I think that this just brings even more indication that Bully 2 is real and eventually it will be announced. And it does seem that this game is in the later part of production, so it doesn't seem like we'll have to wait too much longer for an announcement from Rockstar Games. Obviously, I doubt it's going to be coming this year, but I think next year there's a good possibility that we hear something officially from Rockstar Games. Right now, everything is pointing to this happening. A lot of people thought that Grand Theft Auto 6 was coming, but nope, it's Bully 2, and I'm happy by that. Bully is one of the most underrated games I've ever played, and I'm just glad that it's going to get a second chance, and I really do think that this has the potential to be a massive franchise. It just last time around didn't get the attention it deserved, but thankfully it has had a nice, I guess you could call it a cult following, which has kept this franchise afloat. Anyway guys, what do you make of this news? Do you think Bully 2 is happening? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value. Also consider subscribing for much more videos like this, and I'll see you later.